Oh my God, it's Shelly Life. Lyrics goes look at everything. She's planning, she's doing the work. Loves her, Shelly Life. She unapologetic, sometimes misunderstood. She a boss, making boss moves, pushing, pressing past the pain. Shelly Life, oh my God, it's Shelly Life. Oh, it's Shelly Life. She's talking about it, Shelly Life. She's winning, it's Shelly Life. Come on, fellas and ladies, let's pop our shit. It's Shelly Life, oh, it's Shelly Life.
Hey, beautiful people at ATL and social media and all my platforms that rock with your girl, Shelly, baby. We in the building today on this happy Tuesday, y'all. We gonna get it. We gonna get it, y'all. We gonna talk about some shit. We gonna pop our shit. It's gonna be raw. It's gonna be uncut. And oh my God, it's gonna be unjudgmental, y'all. You know how y'all do. Y'all be judging folks. Now, we ain't judging nobody out here today. We ain't judging nobody, but we gonna make it do what they do. We talking about what we talking about, what we really talking about. I was sitting having this conversation. Y'all know how I do. I be having this conversation with people. And I said, you know what? While I'm sitting here popping my junk all day, every day on these lives, let me come up here and make this shit look pretty though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put a little flavor on this, little spit on it, just a little bit. So anywho, y'all, we gonna talk our shit today. That's what we finna do. Hey, New York Suave in the building. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for coming in mentally. Let me tell y'all, last night I stayed up till about damn near 1 o'clock trying to put this shit together. I promise you, I was writing lyrics to Shelly Life. Oh my God, it's Shelly Life. I was writing stuff down. I was trying to put instrumental effects. I was playing drums, baby. I was the whole drum line. I mean, everything. I did all that shit by myself. I had to put it together because, sometimes when you ain't got them hands helping you, baby, you got to reach out to yourself. You got to say, self, let's do this now. We got to do this shit. So that's kind of where I was, y'all. I was kind of like, doing my thing, y'all. I'm streaming on all my platforms. I ain't got Instagram on here yet, but I got YouTube and I got Facebook, and I'm about to be streaming on IG and TikTok. Y'all know I pop my shit everywhere, all day, every day, because this is what makes me Shelly motherfucking live. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, y'all, so we're going to jump right in this shit. I'm going to go spill this with y'all for 1 hour. But before I do this, y'all know I'm popping these eyes, y'all. I'm advertising for this company. Y'all see them eyes they giving. Y'all know this. Y'all know that's that bedroom effect, y'all, when y'all want y'all girl looking down on you. This is Midtown Brown, y'all. Woo, look at them. They sexy, though. They giving body, baby. They giving everything. So, yeah, baby, that's what it's giving today. Tomorrow's going to be another color. We rocking the pride. Let y'all see that pride, y'all. We rocking pride, y'all. What my shirt say? Kiss whoever the fuck you want. Why should you care who I'm kissing on? Whether it be girl, boy, or indifferent. Kiss who you want to kiss. It's goddamn America. Don't you know? People doing what the hell they want anyway. So anywho, y'all, we're going to talk about this topic. Does body count matter? Does it matter? Does it matter when you're trying to get with somebody? Does it matter, what about when we started having sex young? What if we started having sex when we was 13, 14, not saying I did, but I'm saying 13, 14-ish. The average man started slinging his sausage young, dipping off and here and there, just trying to figure out whether it was supposed to be hot, wet, or indifferent. You know how it go. Y'all know how it go. But, does it matter? Does it really matter to people? Like, do you meet somebody and really sit down and be like, yeah, how many people did you sleep with in your life? Like, that seems like a real shitty ass question to ask somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be asking people no mess like that. At least I don't think so. Maybe the up-to-date sex partners. And then it's a double standard because men tend to get less, less backlash for it. Maybe that's the word I'm not looking for, but that's the one I'm gonna run with, right? they don't get hit as hard as women do. Like when we have a lot of body counts, it's like, oh my God, that's a hoe. She was just giving it out to everybody. But you all can run around and do y'all and do what y'all do. And it works great for you all. And that's how it works, right? But it ain't fair though. You got to be fair with the cutty and the goodies, honey. If you're giving it up, you're giving it up. Some people have had 15, 16 partners before they reach 15. Like you can't go that far back and be like, yeah, I was thinking about it though. I was thinking about doing it. I have a good little number, but it ain't that bad though. I can still, still hold it down a little bit. I ain't stretched. I ain't stretched out. I'm a little, close together. I think it's got a little love still going on in there. But I mean, for real though, we can't. Hey, thank y'all for following the assignment, y'all. Follow the assignment. But we're going to talk our shit, though. This is what we're here to do. I want it to be raw, uncut. I want it to be a platform where people can say what they want to say without being judged. We ain't judging nobody. We just talking grown folk stuff. Don't have your kids sitting next to you when you're on my show because, when I'm on at 5, I'm really talking my junk, right? Because I can, and I will. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. But so really and truly, though, when you are looking for a wife, let's say you meet your wife in a strip club. Let's just use a strip club, for example. And, she out there serving. Like she out there just serving, baby. Serving. Sometimes the strippers, they get a lot, they get a little here and there because the men be at them. So when does it count as too high? Because, some of y'all men be full of shit, really. Y'all be really full of shit. You be wanting to hit it and quit it and not hit it, and then you want to talk about it when you hit it and quit it. I don't understand. That's stupid to me. Make up your mind. Make up your whole mind. And you said ain't no fun if honey can't have none. I mean, we want to give the booty, we want to give up the booty, but we don't want to be judged for giving it up because it's another body, right? So that's why that goes back to what I was saying yesterday. When I was saying to y'all, I said, you can't be running around here just giving it up all the time. Like, you got to be a little picky. You look at some paperwork. Do something. Give a nigga about 4 months. 4 months. They give me the running path. 4 months is the run. Right? We gonna run for 4 months. We gonna hit hard for 4 months. That's what we gonna do. We're gonna say 4 months. We not giving them no coochie. You got to take me on more than 2 dates before you could get this panani. That's just period, point blank on God. Right? Men nowadays want to take you on 1 day. Next, they talk about your bedroom. Can I slide in it? Well, that's another body, ain't it? Oh, the body don't count when it applies to you. You said you disagree with people that you can't turn into a hoe into a housewife. Sometimes hoes make the best wife. Baby, what you talking about? Sometimes a hoe can cook, clean, wash clothes, take care of the children. What is we talking about? Yes. You can turn a hoe into anything you want. Sometimes hoes put up their business card. Sometimes they retire. Back in the day, we was running free. I know at 21, I was probably everywhere, just running all over the place. Didn't know no structure. Just was, let me go ahead, let me get it. Because that's, was trying to figure it out back then. So if I was sitting here saying, I'm 53, let me see. Let me think about this before I say this out loud. I'm 53. Let me think about it. Let me think about it hard before I say that. Because some of y'all are judging. They're like, Michelle, you went on live, Shelley, and you said. 53, I started having sex at 16 when I figured out what it really was. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, I can do this, And then, the thing with sex for me when I was younger, I couldn't understand how it worked. And I ain't even going to lie. Because my sister told me very young, she was like, girl, when you have sex, don't ever lift up your shirt. Just leave your shirt down. So my whole 16, 17, 18, I was having sex fully clothed. I was just taking off the pants. I was like, okay, just pull down the pants and just do this and make it do what it do, right? Well, I did that for a couple of times. Then I went back to my sister and I said, well, I don't understand. Y'all talking about how good it's supposed to feel and how it's supposed to slide and how I'm supposed to be shaking and jumping off the roof. Well, I ain't doing none of that. And she was like, well, I ain't say keep on your shirt forever. I'm just saying keep it on for a little while. So I was completely lost. So the first person I asked them to show me, because I was dating. Now, this is crazy, y'all. True story, though. I was dating somebody's cousin, and I was a virgin. And I wanted to give up the cutting. I was feeling kind of warm. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this, right? But I was scared to death. I was like, Lord, people are talking about I'm going to bleed and all kinds of shit. So I politely went to the other cousin, and I said, hey, can you show me what I'm supposed to do? Can you show me what I'm supposed to do? Because I ain't know now. And this is before your mama let you watch porn. I ain't know nothing about that life. So he said, yeah, come on up to your girl's house. I went up to my little girlfriend's house, went up there. This is a body. This is one body. Went up to the girlfriend's house. I'm up there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. That's what I tell you. That man took his penis out, and I said, oh, Lord, it's not going to happen. It's not happening today. And to me, it was the biggest dick in the world. That's the problem. It was so big to me. I was like, oh, my God, there's no way that it's going between these walls. But anywho, I did. I said, okay. Maybe we should grease it up a little. He was like, no, we're just going to put the head in. Once the head pop, you're good. I was like, okay, the head got to pop. I'm going to make the head pop. So he nicely put that head in, baby. And time he put that head and I jumped clean off the bed. I was like, what in the world did you just do to me? Like, period, I was sick. I was completely sick. But he was like, wait, shut up. I'm backing up off the bed like this, y'all. I'm like, wait. But he's trying to get it in there, right? And I'm going, this is supposed to be for your cousin. What are we doing here? So, that's how I lost my virginity for real. And this man is probably watching this live. We done told this story so many times, people be amazed. Me and the cousin did end up having sex though. And when we did, I had to tell him, I was like, your cousin had to show me because I was a little nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen. And then this man about traumatized me. When we did have sex, I was completely traumatized. He became a stalker. And I was a virgin still. Because, he kind of like, he ain't pop it. He popped it just a little bit. Just a little pop. He just a little pop. Went a lot of pop. But that is the story, and that's the story I'm sticking to, y'all. That's the one. Paula says she can't. Texas is in the building, baby. We got Roger Hill in here with us, baby. Roger with Roger Music, y'all. If y'all don't know, y'all better go check him out, y'all. He is the singer of all singers. But yeah, so hey, I'm gonna get this name, so I'm gonna say Mr. Watkins. Hello, Mr. Watkins. How are you? Nice to see you on this lovely live. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all like. But that was the story that kind of got me into the whole sex world. So for a long time, I think I was tense. So I really didn't know, and we didn't know nothing about no body count. We didn't know nothing about no body count back in them days. Back in them 90s, we didn't know nothing about no body count. Wasn't nobody paying attention to no body count. We was like, baby, let's get it in. Freaknik came out, everybody was fucking. What we talking about? We was running on top of cars, all kinds of shit, being the girl on the scene. Telling where me and V was at that time. All over the place, probably. But you don't think about this stuff when you're just out here, serving. You ain't out here just thinking about body counts when you're young. You're thinking you're young. You're doing what young people do, back then. Now I'm not talking about now. This is for, now you got AIDS, you got syphilis, you got little herpes, you got all kinds of shit going on. So we ain't out here just running around. Well, now you got to see papers, baby. You got to have a nigga give you his paper, his birth certificate, his social security on the first day, like for real, because it be some crazy stuff going on now. You got to. But back to the body count though. What is a high number? What's a too high number for a man, for a woman? Just any man that's watching, just an answer will do. You said got some good scoot skin. Roger, you are sick. You are sick, Roger. I would like to think that my goodies are good. Hell, I've been told there was some amazing stuff going on down there. I got my little pina colada, y'all. I'm feeling kind of nice at 5. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm feeling serving. I started drinking at 4. I said, let me get myself together. Okay, Mr. Atlanta Live, you done wrote a whole sermon. I had to bring you up to read this. Quite honestly, the time. Yes. No walls. I'm reading this, y'all. I'm gonna put this on the screen because this man done put a whole lot. This is what he said. So y'all can read it to yourself unless you told women. Okay, that's fair. I say that too. If a woman doesn't have any walls, right, and their body, that means, and I asked somebody that. I was like, what about the walls? Can you feel them? If a woman's walls are completely gone and she has had no children, that could be a problem, right? But then it can also mean that she's had a lot of people just beating her insides in and out. Roger said 3. He said 3. 3. Roger, you know good and goddamn well you in Atlanta. Don't know women 3 men under their belt that's past 40. I'm gonna say 40, unless they just ain't fucking. A nice way to put it. I mean, what are we talking about here, Roger? That's crazy. So you said I need to find out for myself. What you need to find out for yourself, baby? Ooh, Lord, child, I am not playing with you today, Roger. I'm not playing with you today, Roger. We're not doing this. We're not doing this today. But I think that this is what Roger said. Y'all see this kind of foolishness I got to do when it comes to Roger. Roger is just, I don't even know what is going on with Roger today. He said, look like, what does good cootie cat look like? Please tell me. Texas is waiting, laugh out loud. Texas is waiting for Atlanta to come to Atlanta, baby. Michelle, let me, your Shelly Live is coming to Texas, y'all. And when I do, honey, let me tell you how that's going to go. What that's going to look like. What's it going to look like, honey? Let's see. I agree. Make them work for the this coochie is priceless. What we talking about? That's why people got so many body counts. Because men have gotten to where, and y'all men correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I am. Men have gotten to where they go for what's very easy. They go for girls that are probably going to give it up real fast. They don't want to put in the work. The men in the generation we got now, they don't want to. They want to just run up in something, and half the time it don't even be good. They just want to run up, before you can touch them. They already come in or whatever they do, and they got their rocks off and they go on to the next one, honey. That's how it works in America. And it's sad, but that's really what it looked like. It kind of looks wrong. So but that's what men do. Women might be the older generation. When I'm talking to women, I'm talking about maybe 35 and up. I'm gonna give 35 and up. That you're not just, if you're a woman that got a lot of standards and you got a lot of things going on with your life, you're not gonna be out here just doing some nonsense. You're gonna think about what you do, because to some people it does matter. It does matter. What they walls feel like when a man's in them. If a man's in you and he just sliding all over the place and there's no structure in there because it done been beat to death. I think a man knows that right away, right? They already know when it be some beat up stuff, because even a woman that has a baby, her walls are going to close back eventually. That's why they say wait 6 weeks, because your walls got to close back up. It's not going to just stay open. It opens for that moment that it needs to open, and then it comes back together. So you got to think about it like that. You can't, it's a difference between the lining. I'm going to teach y'all a little bit about vaginas. When the lining is gone and there's no groove, there's no cushion, there's nothing in there. You just in a hollow hole. You already know something's wrong, right? You already know. As a man, you be like, because you sliding in there. You just moving around, honey. You just all over the place. You don't know what's going on inside this hole. It's just, yeah, there it go. And then you can't bust a nut because you don't feel shit. So that's a telltale all sign. So there's things for men to know when it comes to a woman, but a woman has no idea when a man just ran around the world. She don't know, unless his sperm count is just 0 to none. Like, how men sometimes be skeeting and don't nothing come out. It just be air and water, like whatever you call it. When it's been a long time, the skin is going to be thick. It's going to look like some snow. It's going to look like some ice. It's going to look like it's giving. When it look a little strange. And it's like, it's slimy. It's slimy. There's no substance to it. I'd be like, come right here. I'm just kidding. Come right on my neck. Let me see. I want to touch it. I want to feel it. You want to know, because we don't really know like that. Because I know if she come on her clothes and Lala look like roast beef, that's a no-go. Mr. Atlanta Live, I hope to God ain't nobody coochie looking like no roast beef. I ain't even gonna hold you. Somebody coochie look like roast beef. That ain't good, baby. That ain't good. You said you gotta go up higher than 35, Michelle. I can't go no higher than 35. 35, that's a good age. Women should be out here just, just giving it up all over the place. And we can't be out here doing that. Y'all know how this works. You men, come on now. We're not gonna play this game. A lot of my followers are men. So I already know y'all gonna be like, oh, you want a woman with 2 body counts and 5 and 6. No, and good and goddamn well, if Aretha come along and have 20 counts and she got some good coochie, you're gonna be right there sliding all up in it, going, yeah, baby, I love all the counts. I'm counting all the niggas that have been here before me. Like, stop playing with me. We are grown. We're gonna keep it real, raw, and uncut, baby. We're not gonna be out here playing on this platform now. Because I know y'all. I know some of y'all too well. Y'all be talking about body counts and body counts. No. We're not doing that. We're not. I say for the average man out here, a body count of 10 is probably good on a woman. And y'all probably wouldn't give a shit none the least. And if you love it, it really don't goddamn matter. I'm talking about it does not matter. He said, unless she had a hysterectomy, but I'm not sure they would have her scarred. No, Miss Sophia. I had a hysterectomy, baby. This coochie is tight. It's tight. It's like a child ain't never came. Well, I ain't never had a child come out of it. That's probably why it's tight. That's probably why it's tight. That does not matter. The hysterectomy is way up here. It's not way down there. No. If you have a wide open field goal thing going on down there, it's because you did some shit that you ain't supposed to be doing. Shit closes back up. If you look in the Bible, it says when the walls open, the walls are going to close. That's what happened. That's what's happened. Oh, this is what Tony said. Tony said, to be honest, women lowered their standards for men for years. That's why they're fucking and sucking without date night. No women ain't asking for what they deserve. That is true. Women are not asking for what they deserve. That's what I was saying. Back to Aaliyah's question. Aaliyah said it better than anybody else. You got to work for it. Men don't like what they could work for. They don't want to have to work for this. They want to just get in where they fit in, do what they do, and get the hell on. And if you let them, they'll keep on coming through doing the same thing. They won't think none the least about you. They'll just keep doing it. They'll just come slide in, slide out. It's like traffic. Traffic good, traffic's bad. Traffic good, traffic's bad. You got to slow it down. You got to say, no, this pussy is priceless. I'm not finna just give it up like that every day. Boy, this is not free. We're not doing that at this age. So sometimes you have to, because you gotta think for a woman, this stuff is internal. So when you up here and you running around here with all these body counts, you said, Michelle, I promise you it don't matter. No, I know it don't matter, Donna. You ain't got to tell me, baby. I got some friends. They be like, baby, he didn't care if I had 50 under my belt. Men do not give a shit. No man, no day, never day. Don't care about no body count. Now, if you sit down and the person is crazy enough to sit down and tell you her body count, that's a whole nother story. You cannot. See, I'm teaching you this stuff. I'm teaching you this stuff, and I'm going to tell y'all how this go. Roger said, we gonna go to sleep. Yeah, that's the average man. If it's good, he gonna roll over. He probably is gonna go to sleep for about 5-10 minutes. Then he gonna wake up, want to probably redo it all over again. You said 35 is a high body count, in my opinion. 35 isn't a. You almost made me swallow my own tongue. You said 35 isn't a high body count, Miss Atlanta Live. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a high number. That's a high index number. Like if a woman has 35 bodies on her, she needs to go check herself in. Like, for real, that's just nasty. Because you got to think about it. I was getting ready to say that for a woman, right? When a woman has a man and he's constantly going in her, and he's going in her, and he's going in her, every time somebody goes in there, they leaving a piece of themselves in there. See, a man can just stick his little ding-a-ling in anything and it don't make no difference because you inward. There's nothing internally going in you. So you taking a piece of each of these men with you every time. It's a different one. And you got all these beings just wrapped up in your spirit. That ain't no good look for no damn body. That's just not good. Like, you can't think that's cool. Like, that shit ain't no good look. 35? You're kidding me. And I wouldn't, that's a conversation I wouldn't even want to have with a man. Like, especially if a man was a hoe before. Because, like, sometimes people go to the Lord, they save their lives, and they change. And they might have been out here just doing the most, And then, some men lie. some men lie about their body count. They just want to be up there in numbers. They be like, oh yeah, I was hitting it, baby. I was hitting and quitting it. I was doing my big one. I was out here and I was hitting these streets. I don't know why. It don't take so much energy, y'all. It really don't. Like, it just does not. And then the thing is, why is it a double standard when it comes to women versus a man? You said you don't mind waiting if she's worth the wait. We just don't. Yeah, I mean, I think a man that can wait should be commended for waiting, because I think if you're looking for something with more stability and that's all you doing every time you with the guy that you with, and that's all y'all do, that's kind of all y'all really have. And if you're doing nothing else, that means y'all just fucking. Like, and at the end of the day, you can do that with anybody, right? Like, that's the easy part about giving up Cuddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the different. We just, like Miss Sophia said, you interchanging of bodies, spirits. It's crossing all up in you. All up in you is all these people. They mood swings, they attitudes, they everything. You ever know how, like, people say makeup sex, the best sex in the world. You be arguing with your boyfriend, and then next he got you turned over somewhere and you happy. That's a spirit right there by itself, y'all. That's the one Holy Spirit right there, boy. It then climbed up and up. The average woman body count should be about 5 to 8 in her lifetime. Now, I will agree with that, Roger. I think that a woman should not have a high body count. Now, I don't want to count women that are young, because sometimes these young girls, they don't have, mothers that show them much, and, they're raising themselves, they're trying to figure it out. And sometimes they feel like sex is the only thing they can do, and that's the only tool they have, and sometimes when you're pretty, you feel like that's the only tool that you might have, because that's what men be wanting you for. They look and they be like, yeah, I want to give you some. Baby, I want to knock it in your boots. I want to knock you out. I want to knock it out the park. And they can't even knock it past first base. I be talking about y'all men. Y'all men be really giving me the blues. I be like, oh my God, this is what we doing today? This is what we really doing? We gonna just run out here and just be hitting, kicking, and sucking and licking and all kinds of shenanigans? You said if a woman admit to a 35 body count, 75, Ronald, stop it, I say. But Ronald, let me tell you something, baby. I do agree. If a woman has a body count of 35 and she is not way in her years of living, like, I'm talking about years, I'm talking about cradle to the grave, baby, almost to the grave. There is something wrong with that there by itself. Like, for real. There is something really wrong if a woman is young, and she like my age, for instance, and I got 35 bodies on me already. Now, we ain't gonna count when we was younger, because you can't, right? Because it wouldn't be fair. Because some people start off, he said women want it more than he said women wanted more. That's not correct. That would be politically incorrect. You said, Shayla, I don't waited almost 10 years for you. Boy, bye. Stop it, I say. But, I don't have a high body count. I ain't, like I said, I was figuring shit out when I was trying to figure out how it worked. I'm real particular about my pussy. I ain't hold you. You got it because I gave it to you. Trust me. And I had to be thinking about it for a real long time to give it to you, because I don't just give it up. I just, hey, here you go. This give all, Now, I do have a lot of folks that have said they slept with me. And I give them their AIDS for saying that they did. I'm not gonna dumb down nobody's emotion. Like, nobody's emotion, honey. I'm not doing it. These are not for our age. Like you said, you start off sex at 16 and you 53, 16, 37. 1 year guy. No, I wasn't doing no 1 year guy now. I had boyfriends for long periods of time. Like, all my life, I've always had relationships. I ain't even gonna lie, they've been long. I've had long relationships, like a long, 5-6 years relationships. I haven't had relationships where I'm just, I've always been a girlfriend. Like, I think this is the longest I've been free. Like, I'm not even lying. I'm almost loving it though, because I'm like, wait a minute, I can pick. I can be picky. I can choose. No, I'm just a mess. But no, for real though, like, I've been in relationships all my life. Like, I've never had a moment until really now that I just wasn't in something. Like, time I go on the market, people want me off the market. So they take me off rather fast. I'm like, okay, he's in. Yeah, that's what we're doing. But I like the relationship thing. I like it. I think I feel more comfortable in that setting. I don't like to be all over the place, and I don't like to stretch myself thin. And relationships is working is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got to go ahead and meet people and learn their ways and what they doing and what they talking about and all that extra jazz. It takes time for me to do that. It takes a lot of time out my schedule. I'll be like, oh God, here I go. So yeah, but it's preferable, for me. Like I think you just made me lose my thought, Mr. Watkins. But if she fine, you fine fuck with it. Okay, you say you're gonna take it back, you're gonna recoup what you just said. You can't take it back. You can't say you're gonna wait and then you don't. What we talking about here? What we doing? No, we're not doing none of that. You can't take it back. Sometimes you gotta wait. What if you now I understand people say they might wait and then it might not be no good. Like, I hear people say that all the time, like, man, I waited and that shit was trash. It was garbage. And I ain't like it. It was nasty. I mean, if we was living according to the Bible, wouldn't nobody be out here having sex. The Bible didn't say test the waters and then jump in them. That's not what it said. So all y'all folks, I go to church on Sunday. Like the hell you say. Y'all go to church, all right. Y'all better get it right, honey. Everybody out here having sex and sin. That's what we out here doing, for real, for real. But sometimes you gotta, get your poison. It's time for me to test the school scam. How should I lie? But if you don't get on my damn, let me take you off my goddamn screen. You was crazy. But sometimes, you got to hold them. You got to hold your call. You know that song, you got to know when to hold them, know when to hold them, know when to walk away. Y'all know that song. That's what they talking about. Know when to hold them, baby. Know when to die, know when to yeah, and then, you got one down under your belt. Then you got to go figure out number 2 boo, right? That's not good. That's not good, y'all. It's not good. Not a good place to be. When I tell you this is the best goddamn pina colada. Baby, by 6 o'clock, I'm gonna be all the way live. I ain't even gonna hold you. But yeah, body count should matter. All that stuff should matter to people when it comes to, when it comes to being involved with somebody. I don't think too many people want people that's just ran through, just got a lot going on and they don't, you know what I'm saying? You want to have something with some substance and just a little something. I don't even want a man that's too stretched. You know what I'm saying? Tell me a lie. Tell me you've been with 5 people. I might buy the story. I'm like, oh, yeah, really? That's good. That's good. And I'm not the kind of girl that's gonna sit down with you nowhere and be like, so in your life, did you have sex a lot of times? Like, are you just out here in the field? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you to figure that shit out. I'm gonna say, figure it out. Pick your poison. Tell me what you want me to know. Give me as little as information as possible. Because I don't want to sit there and be judging nobody. Because I can imagine me sitting down and a man tell me, yeah, I was just fucking and I got about 60 under my belt. I'm probably gonna look at that nigga like, you is nasty. Like, mama, the way you lined up, I'm gonna be like, nigga, you nasty as hell. You're dealing them in everywhere. Don't nobody want no washed up, used up. None of that. Nobody. Some mileage on it. Had a couple of STDs and got them cured and took the day pill. And telling your girlfriend to take it too. Y'all know how y'all be out here running around. So I ain't give it to you, baby. I wasn't this came from somebody else. I wiped myself wrong. Well, I meant to tell you some stories that make your head fly. You say, I'm gonna lie like a motherfucker. You gonna lie to me? I don't know, Roger. How many you got under your belt while you popping your shit on this stream today? I think, and I'm gonna be, let me see. If I was counting, and I ain't counting young, because young don't count, because I was figuring it out at young. I would say in my adult life, I've been married. I probably got a good solid 7. A good solid 7. 7 to hold me down. Probably a good whole solid 7. When I started really fucking, like I was like, yeah, I'm giving it now. I'm serving these niggas. Stop. When I realized I was a pro at this shit, I was like, wait a minute now, I know how to whoop. And yeah, I know how to do it now, baby. I had to master it. And I was determined on being good at the shit. And for me, I was like, at some point for me, sex became like an art in my mind. Like, I used to watch porn real hard. And I used to be like, oh, that's how she do that? Oh, let me rewind. Let me fast forward. Oh, she do a ton. She do like that. Oh, she licking around that part. Oh, okay, that's what I got to do. I got to go under the balls. Okay, let me go under the balls. That's the tutorial I was giving myself at a very, very young age. I was like, going on? Let me figure that shit out. Oh, niggas like that. Okay, you know. Then you gotta still, you know, you still gotta ask these men what they like, you know, because some men might be a little discreet, honey. They might be like, I don't like that. I don't like all that flavor, baby. I need you to just get on and ride. You know, to be at the school baby rider. But at the end of the day, you gotta pick your poison, though. You gotta pick what's good for you and what works out for you. You said, you nigga, hell. You tell people gladly. I don't have no problem, but I don't ask. I figure like this. This is how I see asking somebody something like that. You may have been just getting in something, and you know this person had a life before you, right? Like everybody know that. Everybody that had a life before you. Now, what their life was like is the question. You know, what you know, do you have men that were hoes, like real live hoes? Like that's all they did. That's all they knew how to do was have sex. Back in the day, talking about back in the day, that's all we, you know, people was just like, hey, you know, it wasn't no caressing and holding. I want you to touch me long. It was nigga, get on, pound, and let's move it and let's get gone. It was quickies. It was going in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the movie theater, you know, in the car, bend over. You know, we was doing shit like that. We wasn't saying going, baby, let's go lay down in bed. Let's think about how we gonna rub each other. Now, when you get to this age, you be like, I want you to touch me a little bit more. You know, I want to feel you a little bit more. I want to feel how you feel, baby. I want to feel your skin on mine. I want to be booty naked. I want to be sliding on you. You know, now that matters. But back in the day, wasn't nobody running around out here. We just weren't. It just wasn't. It wasn't the thing. It wasn't the thing for us. You know, so you can't. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate to ask anybody count. To be honest with you, I think we start from where we started. So you meet me, I meet you. Your phone constantly blowing up, and every 5 minutes it's a different face on the screen. I'm thinking you fucking. I'm going, man, you screwing a lot. Like you got a lot of things coming through there. You know what I'm saying? So you could kind of pay attention to some things and be like, okay, well, yeah, you know, he might be. But you know, pick your battles, baby. That's at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. What we do? Pick your poison. Yeah, you see how deep that is. That's when you know a man ain't been around the block. When his sperm look like this stuff right here, and it's all white and thick and look like snow, baby, you know he ain't been nowhere. He's at home. He's at home waiting for you to be home with him. Now he come out and it look like what's what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word because it's definitely not this. And it's looking all extra slimy. Ain't got no stretch to it, none of that. You might want to look at that nigga about 4 ways and be like, nigga, where you been? You know, but once again, it's called picking your poison. We living in a time now where everything goes, right? People out here doing whatever. You know, the beauty of sex is the beauty of sex. It's the sex. People have sex that they're gonna do it. Look in Africa. Look in all these places, these foreign countries. The people that out here starving and they still having sex, baby. They hungry and still out here pounding. Why? Because that's the beast of it, right? That's the beast of it all. The challenge of it is to control yourself. The control is hard. Now, for me, I think I have mastered control. Like my mind, I can master anything. That can weather any storm. There is not a dick in the world that I've been attached to that I've loved that much that I want to jump too high for it or jump too low. Now I've had some good dick, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm not dickly driven. Like I'm not like, oh my God, I'm gonna miss it. And them nights that I feel like I am, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna get on my knees and I'm gonna say, Lord, remove this tingle that is tingling down here because it's tingling a lot. And I don't want to pick up no phones. I don't make no phone calls in the middle of that I might regret doing. So therefore, I pray hard. And when I get to feeling too much, I go in the shower before I pull out my little dildo. You know, I put my dildos in a bag. Y'all, I tell you, I done bag them up, not the bag, put them to the side because I don't want to have the urge. I put them away. Because if I tease myself, that's like saying, I'm going to tease you, but now I'm going to want it. Then I start scrolling through that phone. I pick up that phone, I'll be like, why? Wait a minute. So you got to pick your poison. For me, baby, a extra super cold shower. I'm talking about it got to be so cold that it just makes me almost feel like ice. So when I get out, I'm just like, oh, I done shook that shit off. You know, the way I talk, people think I be out here just serving niggas. No, darling, this coochie is priceless. This coochie right here, baby, is priceless. It is. You guys just can't hand it out to everybody. It's not. Because it's, everybody ain't good. You meet niggas, they nasty, and they done gave you a BB that you ain't never had in your life. That your coochie smelling like somebody else's coochie. Like, no, we're not doing none of that. So before you start asking people their body count, ask them for their STD sheet. Ask them that. Say, hey, can I see your medical record? Can I see your medical record for the last 3 years? If they cannot give you their medical record, I'm talking about the STD medical record, not the one, because y'all niggas, y'all go to the doctor and be like, yo, my dick ain't working. It done dropped off. Go. Tell them to give you 3 years. You ain't got to ask for the body count, baby. Say, can I see your medical records for the last 3 years? Just the STD chart. If the man cannot give it to you, there is a reason why he probably can't. He's got something to hide. Now, if you ask a man and he can just politely say, baby, hey, go. You that game run around like he ain't fucking everybody. He values his, he does. He values the motion of it, the movement of it, and everything. That's how you determine the body count without even asking for the count. Most of us cannot get to that. We don't get that far because we do the fucking before we ask for the paperwork. Now, I have been a victim of this. I have done the sex first and committed the crime, and then I turn around and go, oh my God, my vagina's gonna fall off. And I be in the bathroom scrubbing. I ain't gonna lie, I be nervous, yeah, I do. I'm like, oh no, I done did to myself, I done did. And then I might be like, well, can I see your papers, please? And Jesus, please make his papers be normal. Then you have to really ask. But we be so horny and we be so ready, we be so on 10 that we don't have time to ask. And if a man can't wait for you and he's so pressed, then something's wrong with that man. Why is he so hard up anyway? Probably gonna be a bad screw. I like the niggas that like to wait. It gives something to my imagination. I can think about some shit. I'd be like, this nigga must be good. He ain't even talking about it. I want to be the element of surprise in the bedroom. I'm like, oh, this nigga good. Let me do it. Yeah. He's giving me this. That's how I think it works when you are grown. Now, on the flip side of this, I got some 25s and 22-year-olds that follow me, y'all. And I know y'all listening to a cougar, baby. Y'all might still be young. Don't be out here slinging y'all sausages and kitty curls all over the place and just giving these young niggas all your stuff. These Negroes are nasty. They got nasty STDs out here now, baby. I work for the hospital. I see them all day, everything. And I'd be like, ooh, y'all know I posted on my page. I was talking about, I had that girl video. She's talking about how AIDS is really high in Atlanta. And she named all the counties where it was real big at. We on here popping off. You don't ask nobody no question. Don't risk your life for no food. Because he don't care. He don't care that he done gave you something. All he gonna tell you that he didn't give it to you. And he gonna make you feel stupid. I ain't give you that. I don't know how you got it, but it wasn't for me. Them Negroes that do that shit, they be like, I don't know. I ain't did shit. They convince you that they will convince you that they ain't did nothing. And you ain't been nowhere. And you be in your own head sitting there going, well, did I wash wrong? Did I wipe the wrong way? Did I move my coop the wrong way? Did I backslide? Something, when we get BV from wiping wrong. We can't wipe forward, backward. We got to wipe and make sure the wipe is a clean shot, just like that. So, it comes from anything. You said, how many fleet sellers? What the frick is a fleet seller? Please tell me what that is. Please tell me what that is. That girl, I was looking at the video the other day, the girl, young man, she said, I wish I would waste my time on a pig son of man that ain't mine. I'm not wasting no energy on nothing that don't belong to me. I'm not. It's too much. Let me tell you something. It is too many men and too many women in Atlanta. And I ain't even talking about the rest of the world. We just talking about Atlanta right now. It's too many of y'all to be out here dealing with anything that is monkeyish. When I say monkeyish, I really mean monkeyish. When you sitting there, you confused, maybe it's another nigga less confused, and that is waiting and being like, oh, that nigga confused? Let me show you not confused. Don't be out here wasting your time. Life is good, baby, when you make it good. When you make it fantastic, you make it great, right? You got to make it make sense all the time. And value yourself. Because what is for you and intended for you to give yourself into, it's not forced together. It's not forced together. It's not going to make a difference. The count, the body, and all that shit, it's not going to matter. When you sit down and break bread and y'all done sat down and he done showed you his STD papers and you done showed him yours and y'all know both of y'all clean, you already know if something comes in that in between there, you know somebody done stepped out. What you don't do is that somebody convince you that it wasn't them. Because I know some of you women be on here and y'all be like, oh, but I didn't, he couldn't have, he just wouldn't have. And he, you know, I don't know. And you start telling yourself that it was somebody else. No, it was your nigga that gave it to you. That's who it was. You know, you got to make it make sense in your own brain sometimes. Life is too short to be taking the risk in anything you do. Whether your body count high, whether your body count low, whether you're, you know, slinging it all over America, whatever you do, make it make sense when you're doing it. If you're a person out here and you're looking for something better, go for what's better. You know what I'm saying? Go for what's better for you. If you're out here looking for a good time, be the good time girl and own it. I say that all the time. Own it. Be the good girl, honey. Be the one that's twirling, twitching, and twapping. Just be her and be great at it. Don't be a bad hoe. Be an excellent hoe. Yeah, I say this all the time. Wear it with conviction. You know, put your foot in it when you're doing it. It depends on what you want to do. If you're in your life and you know you're looking for a boyfriend to be a husband soon, then you give off them vibes. You don't make somebody tell you that you're crazy. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. So you gotta make a lot of this shit make sense. What you're looking for, what you're giving out, what you're putting in, what you got in your body, what you got not in your body. You sit there trying to take more STD tests because you done got yourself lost in the sauce. No. Mm-mm. We can't do that at our age. That we don't have that kind of time, baby. We just don't. Timing is long. I hear little Raj on here talking about Scooter and Kitty and Catty Cat probably wouldn't know what to do with me if he had. Probably run his own mind. Just running from confusion. You know, I listen to some of y'all men in my inbox talking to me. And I'd be like, Lord, they wouldn't know what if they had me. That's the thing. I'd be trying to figure it out in my own head. Like they wouldn't even know what to do with me. Half y'all can't deal with Shelly Live. Hell. Can you imagine this? Shelly Live and Michelle merged in one? And y'all trying to figure me out? Boy, I'd be confused all the way. Gotta make it make sense. Make all this shit make sense to you all. Other question that I was gonna ask about body count. You know, I had this stuff written down for the day, y'all. I had it in format. Do you consider it confidence or carelessness? Is it confidence when you can say you've had so many, you know, some men are cocky. You know, you have arrogant motherfuckers out here now, boy. They be so arrogant, they think they just guard the ground. You know, is it cocky or is it just being careless? Which one? Which one makes sense? You know how some of y'all men think it's just y'all just great and y'all be trash. Y'all know who you are. You eat real good cuckoo, but your dick ain't worth shit. I'm gonna say it. I didn't say it out loud. Be mad if you want to be. Because then your girl probably saying the same thing. I got friends that call me all the time. They be like, girl, he ate good coochie, but the dingling was just terrible. But I let me, you know. But any woman that's a woman, baby, you're gonna have to pound at some point. You have the tongue could be magnificent, but after a while you gonna stop and say, nigga, hold up. What are we doing? This ain't working out for me now. I need you to serve. We got to serve now. Some of y'all don't know how to do that part. That's the problem. You be good with tongue, but you be horrible in bed. Got to be a little bit of both. You got to mix it up a little bit. You know, don't make it be always regular. And say what you like in the beginning. You know, if you like to be tossed, say I like to be tossed. There's some men that love to have their salad tossed. They love to be flipped up like a girl. You know, now I can't say I comprehend or understand it, but there's men that like it. There's men that love it. And there's women that love all kinds of stuff. And that's where it comes. That's where this body count comes in again. You might be giving this man all your goodies. You giving it, baby. You giving it out, just giving it out. He done dicked you down. He done flipped you over. He done bend you backwards. He done been in and out your rectum and you all over the place. And then next, you know, he over there with Sally on Thursdays, giving her the same kind of sauce. Now he done left her. Now it's your turn on Friday, and he's back with you again, and he's sliding up in you raw, unprotected. And then you're sitting there looking crazy when your stuff start itching and burning. You're like, oh, my coochie itch. Girl, I got a little twitch. It's burning. I don't know what's going on down there. I might have used the wrong soap. Come on now. We are grown here. We are grown here. We're grown. We're grown. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that on Unfiltered anyway. Not at 5. We're gonna talk about this real shit at 5. So no, you got to make it make perfectly good sense. You have to. And that's how it really, really goes, y'all. This is the beast of the nation. Sex is always going to rule. It's always going to be what have people out here fighting and acting a donkey and run around all the way, run around after a piece of dick that ain't worth shit. Y'all better pick your women and men. Pick your poison. Pick your poison in life. If you know you're a man and you don't want a girl that got a whole lot going on, go get you an average girl that don't got a lot going on. Her body count might be real low. But see, the problem with you good old great men, y'all can't help what y'all attracted to. See, things are physical for y'all. It be that physical look. It be like, oh my gosh, she bad as motherfucker. I just got to get to. I know how y'all niggas be talking. I got to, I got to get on that, baby. That shit look good, man. And I know I can run up in that and do my little number and lick up clitoris all to the back of her eyeballs. Come on now. Then we down there a little bit trying to swallow the knob and wring it off and do all kind of acrobat shits for your ass, and you ain't worth the dollar that I gave you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to make it make sense, though. And pick your poison when y'all here serving people all over the place. Ron said he got his medical records. He said he got his medical records. I just have to see that. I have to post that again. See, that's what I like. Teron, you have to have that medical records, baby. You got to have them. Have them on deck. When you start talking about sex, say, here go my papers. Don't even let the woman have to ask. Just be, here go my papers. Here they go. I'm gonna give them to you. Here they are. I'm sorry that you had to wait this long to get them. From the time sex pops into your brain, and you know it pops into there really fast. I can sit next to somebody. I know when I want to have sex with them. Like, my mind be made up. I be knowing from the gate. Like, in my mind, I done pencil it in. I'm like, let me look on the calendar. Let me see what I'm gonna get this man this coochie, baby, because I'm ready. I be sitting there on fire, just trying to think about it. And it's don't have somebody that's that makes it even worse, right? And they're thinking about it. And you lay in your bed and you be like, ooh, child. Ooh, yeah. You do ooh, child and all night. Then you call your girlfriend, say, girl, I just want to get this man his pussy. What? Don't make me be noisy when I'm giving it to him. Like, we're grown. At the end of the day, we're grown. Do what you're going to do, but be true in your walk, baby. That's why I say, if you out here doing it, tell the girl that you're trying to get with, baby, I'm out here giving it up. I like you, but I like her too. Your coochie good, but hers is too. Ain't that how us women do it? Better, yeah, nigga, you got good dick, but that one over there, though. That one right there, though. We do the same thing. There's nothing different about the walks, y'all. It's not. Something different about them. We do what we do. We pop our shit. We out here. We do this. There's a lot of women out here with some badass, like badass, as in like they badasses, or just like trash. You gotta improvise. You gotta tell me a little bit more on that one, because I can say badass like they just badass bitches. They just bosses. There's a lot of women out. There's a lot of pretty women, baby. You can tell you something. Pretty ain't got nothing to do with nothing nowadays. You could be beautiful and be ratchet in your sex drive. You can't that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You're bad at trash. Oh God, yes. It's a lot of men that's out here that's trash. What you talking about? It's a lot of all that every day. And see, you know when you bad because the girl don't call you back. She don't be like, come through. If you don't get that come through conversation, you already know it was terrible. You don't nobody want that to keep pounding on. I say, like I said yesterday, you give a little grace that first one, right? That first one, the heart's beating, you got a little palpitation might be going on. You're trying to figure out what's going on in your chest because it's hurting. It's hurting because it's good. You gotta get that little pad. I'm gonna give you grace. We're gonna give each other grace because this was terrible. We're gonna go back to round. We're gonna re-up and come back and we're gonna cross this bridge one more time. By that time, you done got to know him a little better. You had a little conversation. You get a little woo going on. You don't figure out his flavor. Like, okay, now let me try this again. Let me redeem myself. Let me redeem myself because it might have been terrible the first time. And we have to sometimes because I give that because I think sometimes you got to give grace on people because sometimes people, they be nervous. It's new. It's a new body. Hell, it's a new count. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. This is count number 15. Oh, God. Be in your head talking to your damn self. Oh, my God. I can't do this again. Women go through some shit sexually. We really do. We be going through some shit. Y'all know. We be calling our girl, what this nigga. That's how we be saying. Y'all be on the phone in y'all group chat talking some girl. I done got a hold of Shelly. I done got Shelly live, y'all. She on my line. Boy, bye. I can't with y'all. Watch out, be laughing. Or it'd be funny to me, though. It'd be good, though. It'd be funny and it'd be good all at the same goddamn time until it ain't funny no more, right? But anyhow, y'all are coming up on this 6 o'clock hour. I'm giving y'all a hot 6 o'clock hour. Hey, sexy. Hey, Clayton Davis. How you doing, boo? Clayton joined me yesterday. That's one of my newbies babies. We got Clayton in the building. Y'all, let me tell you something. These last couple, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna come off this live because I said I was gonna stop this at 6 o'clock. It was not going past 6. I'm glad that everybody likes my videos with me running in the goddamn grass. When I tell you, one of them goddamn videos got 27,000 views. But I don't know what the freak y'all be looking at on me jumping in the goddamn grass. But I got more niggas that be talking about that damn grass. They be like, girl, your feet in the ground. Something about the way you touch the dirt. Something about the way you do this. So I be like, well, ain't that about a bitch? You know what I'm saying? I was just, the whole thing came from somebody saying to me, the lady that does the plays, her name is Tamika. They call him. She said, Michelle, you got to touch the ground. You got to get out there in the dirt, girl. And I said, you want me to go run in the dirt? Running in no goddamn dirt. That was my mind. They want me to run down. I hate grass. I ain't even gonna lie. Don't even invite me to a picnic. The stuff make me itch. Jesus said made me itch. So I went out there and I said, okay. And the pastor told me the same thing. Thank you, Clayton. The pastor said, you're gonna have to get out there and get with the ground. You and the earth got to become one. You want your blessings, you want doors to open, you want all this stuff to happen. Well, I'm gonna need you to follow the assignment. And y'all heard me say before, I'm very obedient to the cause. So I said, okay. So I said, if I'm gonna do it, let me be cute with it though. So it started out as a joke. Like literally, I went outside and I said, okay. I am going to go out here and I'm going to run in the goddamn grass. Went outside, I took my shoes off. If y'all saw me do this for the first time, you had to die laughing because I was out there tiptoeing on the grass at first. I was like, ooh, this on my feet don't feel right. And literally, every time I go out there on that grass, I got to come in the house immediately and take a Benadryl because it breaks out my feet. So I went out there. And I went to running, boy. I said, get this on video one time because I'm not doing this shit again. I went running out there and I jumped around. I was trying to hold my girls in. My girls was about to jump outside and hold my girls in because my girls are kind of heavy. So I grabbed my girls. I said, we want them to pop out. That'd be something for alive, right? So I grabbed my girls, jumped in. I said, woo, woo, and I was gone. 2 seconds, boom, boom. That's how fast it was. And then everybody was liking that. They was like, oh, Shelly, I like you jumping that grass. Girl, I got more inbox. My inbox went on fire. It was like, woo, out the door, right? So every day I go out here and I think of something, a prayer. Yesterday it was blockage, people wishing me bad intentions. I don't know what be wrong with people why they be want to wish me bad intentions. I don't do nothing to no damn body. I can't understand. There's some hateful people in the world. I just be like, baby, the time and energy it take you to hate on me, for probably no reason whatsoever, you probably don't know why you don't like me. You just don't cuz. And I think that's just stupid, right? So I have learned how not to get the airtime. But blockage and bondage is real. People will throw some shit out at you and the universe will snatch it. And the next thing you know, you messed up in your walk. So immediately when it happened, I was like, let me go out here and be, obedient. So I really started just kind of trying to bond with the earth and prayers and the elevation of life and the pastors and the people praying over me, and they keep their hands on me. One of the pastors told me that he said, girl, you so covered, it's unreal the way you covered. And I was like, really? He said, yeah, anytime of your breakthroughs about the bus, the devil is going to come so strong to the point where you're going to feel it. And when I tell you, every day it be a hurdle. It be something that comes at me, and I got to really step back and I got to be like, wait. But what I've learned is how prayer, I was in this on a good note, the power of movement. You got to know your assignment. You got to understand it. You got to know your purpose and your worth and your value, what you are and what you mean to people and who you matter to. When you realize you do not matter to someone, and it's very easily understood, you get the hell away from them. because that means you never mattered. When you understand that you matter, the people that matter to you and you matter to them, you're going to know it without even thinking about you going to know, because you're going to feel it in your spirit. I say it all the time. There's people that I don't talk to every day, but they know I love them. Why? Because I love hard. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you the hard way. 10 toes down. I'm that girl. I'm that kind of girlfriend too. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I'm riding with you till the waves fall off because I'm loyal by default. That's not always good though, because it's a gift and a curse at the same time. Because your giving can be somebody's gain. And everybody always take away till there's nothing left of you. When you start losing yourself in the confusion and you can't figure out nothing else, it's time for you to step back and say, you know what? Something ain't right with this assignment. Something's a little bit wrong. Let me figure it out. And when you figure it out, you come to your good senses and they kick back in. Cling, they kick back in at some point. When they click in, understand that it probably wasn't for you. And it was probably God's way of saying, that ain't it. That's not it. And whatever is for you in your life, understand this. No matter what woman, man you are chasing in your life, if he is for you or she is for you, baby, guess what's going to happen? No matter what you do, that sucker going to be back on your path. Because that's the way of the universe, right? So you ain't got to be out here giving too much. You ain't got to be out here, grabbing and crying over stuff that ain't, because maybe what closed the door for you was not meant to be open for you. It might be closed for a reason. Let it stay closed. When the door closes behind you, do not go back and say, let me revisit the door, because that door closed for a reason. You cannot elevate. You cannot grow if you're stuck and standing in your own way. Sometimes you got to move out your way. You got to move out your own damn way. And you got to say, no, this ain't it. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to feel all them things we feel as people. Once you get through it and you get down on your knees and you say, God, deliver me from this foolishness, and you have regrouped your senses back, regrouped them thoughts, they all come back to your real face. You'll see an elevation in your life that be so beautiful. It'll be so pretty that you'll be like, oh my God, this is me. It's never about me, y'all. It's always about the assignment. When I sat up yesterday putting this podcast together last night, I sat up, wrote a song, put the instrument to it, did the live, did the downstream. I did everything by myself in 4 hours last night. Why? Because I'm driven by passion and determination. I am determined on winning. It ain't about the money. It's about the win. It's about the end goal. People always say, why you do what you do? I love absolutely what I do. I love talking to people. I love it. Can't help it. It's who I am. I love people, period. Across the board. Any kind, any nationality, any race. I love people, and people fucks with me. And it's a good thing. I'm not mad because people like me. They do. They just do. I don't do nothing extra. I give y'all my energy. I be like, here it go, y'all, here it go. And I give you me uncut, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. It's up to you to receive it. It's up to you to take this energy and take it with you and own it when you got it. If I gave it to you, I wanted you to have it. So don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it confused. It is what it is. I rock with you the hard way. Y'all some beautiful people. Y'all listened in, boy. Y'all chimed on. I told y'all, I gave y'all an assignment, and guess what y'all did? Y'all followed it. I will be on every day at 5, y'all, popping my shit at 5. The only time I probably will not post up on a video is if I am on a film or on a set. Speaking of which, we got Singing for Freedom coming to the building October 4th, 2025 at Maze Mansion, y'all, in Snellville. It's going down. This is Shelly Live and V-Lover. We're going to throw this shit together. We're going to pop our shit. We're going to have a ball. If you've never, ever partied with us before, trust me, we party. And we have a good goddamn time. We're going to be all over the place. We're going to be laughing. We're going to be kicking bobo. We're going to be kicking and taking all kinds of pictures. If you want to find out more, inbox me in my DM. Whatever platform you rocking with me on, this is what we do on October 4th, 2025, baby. Singing for Freedom is the first movie me and my girlfriend directed. We proud of it. We put our heart, soul, blood, tears, and sweat all in that movie to make it fantastic. And we about to do what we do. And we working on number 2. Anyway, y'all, this your girl, Shelly Live, loving life, baby, and loving what I do all day, every day. Push past the pain, keep praying, keep pushing, keep believing in yourself. I'm gonna leave y'all with that door. Y'all keep believing, keep rocking, keep doing what you do. Keep your head up. Don't look down. Ain't nothing down there, baby. If you fall, get up. If you need some motivation, my inbox is always open. All you do is say, Shelly, I need you right now. And I promise you, I'll deliver. Yes, baby. I love y'all. I'm out.
Oh my God, it's Shelly life. There goes, look at everything. She's planning, she's going to work. Loves her, Shelly life. She unapologetic, sometimes misunderstood. She a boss, making boss moves, pushing, pressing past the pain. Shelly life, oh my God, it's Shelly